personally think it's gonna be Buffalo.
Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're
That's just me.
week 2. This take it in at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Steelers. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Point after try forthcoming. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
That's a touchback.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown.
I hate when I do that.
Touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Cardinals now
Kyler Murray
offensively, and it'll be the dual threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way. First carry for James Conner.
Conner going nowhere.
Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, you're going to call them productive?
Yeah, what do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
That was going nowhere either.
Just a yard. 3rd and 7 now. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form, and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
Murray to Moore for the Cardinal first.
All right, let's just go walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On the draw, Conner.
Flag. This might be a face mask.
He's across the 40 to the 41.
Holding offense.
Never mind, holding on Zach Ertz.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more, what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be.
Oh, it's
Sit your ass down.
He loses it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He's singing in the shower postgame. So not only the cough up, but
Dallas and Philadelphia.
the scoop,
Does not kick off. That one kick off St. Timothy and Houston.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here.
1-0. Each 1-0. Because one's going to not come undefeated anymore.
Outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
You got Kansas City and Los Angeles. All right.
Murray now on 1st down.
You didn't get sandwich.
Steelers take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're
picking up
right where they
Angeles.
left off with the shutout that they pitched last week.
Cincinnati and Seattle.
This pass rush, they know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Incomplete.
A 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
San Francisco and Baltimore. Buffalo. Hey, Bills Mafia. Not that that's it.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the
If those
game.
heard
It's
what
certainly
happened
not
to
the way
Mark
you want to start
Hamlin,
when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every
I
team
didn't
talks
want
about
to
starting
talk about
fast.
that.
They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed
Glad he's
fast
doing
start
good, though.
and get them going.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers
I really
go
don't
on
want to
offense
talk
here,
about
first and
that.
10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first
So
time.
I'm not gonna.
And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Yeah, this one does. Ooh.
And some room to maneuver. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that
Atlanta
aside.
and Carolina
We just saw it again
rolling out
here.
in week
Missed
2,
tackles
huh?
leads to his long
Okay.
touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper had a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be fielded
I think
inside
that's
the
Miles
5.
Jack.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but
Are you going to do a quarterback
this
draw?
offense hasn't been able to generate anything. You feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
I don't ever give up touchdowns.
Murray a give. This is Connor. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Third
We're going to
down.
throw.
Murray's going to get sacked from
Driven
behind.
down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
I haven't thrown a
And
pass
it'll be
yet,
first
so
and
we're
10
going
as they
to see
take
what
over.
happens here.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to
Stay
fire
away
one
from the
deep,
Watt.
middle of the field. And into the end zone.
Uh-oh, J.J.
Touchdown,
Watt's hurt.
Pittsburgh. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
You know they're in a dome, so it's going to get loud. I want to see what happened to Watt. Medical Center. ACL sprain out for game. Torn labor in 8 weeks.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Taking it about the 1. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you're saying on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. So
I'm not
plenty of
speaking much
fireworks
because
here
it's
early.
cold outside.
35-0 now as the kick is
He's
away.
trying to focus on this game. He's not going to
And here
return it. Oh, he
comes
is
a
going to
return
return
from
it.
just beyond the and all
Kick
deep in his
your
own
ass down.
territory. He coughs up the football.
Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Connor going to get it again on second down.
And the Connor,
And
he's
some room for him there
going
as he'll take this up to about the 15. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Giants are QB Jimmy Garoppolo. That's interesting.
Oh, it's
How did the
tipped, but
fuck
he
did he
still
catch
makes the
that?
adjustment. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Second quarter. This is 35-0 in the
Throwing
second
on
quarter.
first down is Murray. Escaping the pressure
He's got
right.
any Murray magic? Oh, he does.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the
22
first down.
miles
And don't
per
rule out the
hour.
possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Throwing on first down. Story. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And it is 42-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth
He got a
quarter.
first down.
You're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. To throw is Murray. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. On first down, Story. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
1st and 10 at the
to throw. Story. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have got it on cruise control. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of the season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold their blocks just a little bit longer.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielding just outside the goal line.
Hold on, man.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. The drive will start with Connor, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week.
That was going nowhere.
Pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Pulled in at the 24.
Want to pick it up.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A terrific return, 30 yards all in all. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. They go play action here on 1st down. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Still going past the 30. Past midfield, look out.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Vikings who are out in front. Kendrick Bourne, over 100 yards receiving, and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. 2 touchdown passes there for Jimmy Garoppolo. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's been no contest in terms of the rushing yards. You see a much brighter picture there. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fielded just and deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Still going inside the 30. And that has to be so frustrating because you know that they had something set up there for this first drive of the second half. It wasn't the fumble.
Sometimes no matter what you go over at halftime, no matter what you say, errors will result, and that's exactly what happened here. They were trying to change things from what happened in the first half. Instead, they continue to make mistakes.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Story. Touchdown! A great effort there. A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air. And the Steelers are pouring it on. I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find
Falcons are up 17-7 on
something
the
to grasp onto
Panthers.
until the clock
Wow.
runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long
Matt
time.
Corral is
This
the
is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game
quarterback
looks on
there.
paper
Green
going
Bay
in. This
is
one's
down
turned out to
by
be
7.
everyone's worst nightmare
That was a
realized.
dud.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
And there's another stout. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
21-14 Chicago on Green Bay, third quarter.
Murray to
Miami's
throw
up on the
31.
jet.
Flushed out right. Oh, fancy running by Murray. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it
Lead
across the
7 there,
40-yard line.
Miami. New England's up 13-0 on Denver.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Murray trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Stiff-armed him.
Oh,
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the... Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Murray's throw complete to McBride. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, and he's going to go down again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by
Where
the
did the fuck pick it up,
Steelers.
though?
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders have become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Past the 20. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Steelers are on their way to a 2-0 start. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. When you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Taken at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Oh, Pickens picked it up.
By the Steelers.
Picked up by George Pickens.
A solid stiff arm.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
He will push his way down to about the 14. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Recovered by the receiving team.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter and a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Oh wow, Washington's losing 21-10 in the 4th quarter.
Throwing now is Murray. throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Fielded at the 43. Dances by him.
That didn't work.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Now, let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Murray now. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Blitz coming and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time and he gets home for a loss of 6.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Minute 15 to go, and you got to go for it.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.